Talk shoes. Recorded live.
Right, there you go. Okay, Kevin, Plato, the people that are there tonight, it's been a little bit on the impromptu side because we hadn't actually planned to talk about anything special this week, but I was talking to Kevin, and we decided we'd talk about a few things that we thought were important. Maybe some of the things that are coming up in the R&D situation that are very, how's the best way to put this, very current to say the least. Current research. One of our fortes is current research. We're constantly researching, and we have continued to make really fabulous discoveries in a lot of ways, and we have a lot of research coming up in the future. One of the areas that we're working on very, very closely is this water chemistry, not the chemistry of water in a standard sense, but the chemistry of water, of the liquid crystals, which we've talked about in other programs. After a lot more extensive research, especially over the last month, Kevin and I have both decided that we are definitely going to make available energy remedies, let's call them energy elixirs. And one of the energy elixirs that we'll be making available is Blend. This is going to be a very, very powerful elixir that essentially combines many, many aspects of what we think are the most important things in the energy spectrum. One of them is monatomic gold. And whenever you say monatomic gold, you basically mean a number of monatomic transition elements, usually in the precious metal range. That's iridium, possibly indium, gold, platinum, and there are some other ones that are fairly powerful too. We found that these have real efficacy as far as causing mental clarity, and also not just mental clarity, but the ability to really drive and introspect into things. And we have the capability of making this and sending it to you, along with a number of other optimizing programs that allow a very high-quality consumption of oxygen and things of that nature. As time goes along, we'll be making a lot more breakthroughs in this area, fantastic things that we've come up with, and then we're going to energize them at a very strong level. As we mentioned to you before, the water chemistry seems to have a different but probably equally efficacious capability compared to the distance energy. It's not the same. The distance energy surrounds the aura 24/7. The water chemistry is a very, very straight shot at, the water crystals are a very, very straight shot to energizing. And we're working in this area a tremendous amount. Coming up, I'm going to be producing some really unbelievable machines that I'm hoping will make water almost able to be so energized it'll be able to crawl right out of the bottle. And when it hits the human system and produces these crystals in it, you're going to be able to see some really powerful effects. One of the things that we've noticed, or that we found is that it's not necessarily it's not necessarily efficacious just to take drops, which are okay, and you can tell the difference big time. Probably the way that a person should start, just by taking drops initially. Over a period of time, though, it's possible to build up the capability of actually taking more, maybe as much as a cup or two a day, maybe even a little bit more than that, depending upon the person. What this does is it energizes at an extremely high level. It also allows the person to be able to ingest as much energy amping power as they need to get themselves through maybe a difficult part of the day, or just if they want to relax, they might be able to take a little bit less. So it becomes literally the dose that a person wants to take, rather than necessarily a straight thing that's hitting them all the time. The distance energy works on a very etheric level, way out there in the outer spectrum, so it's very good for that. It's a soft, powerful ingestion of energy. The water is obviously just on the physical plane, and goes into the body and produces the new water crystal, as we've explained in previous presentations. We think that this is going to have some really powerful capabilities. And what we're going to do is actually project this by having a person rent the energy signal, and we have a way of doing that. Rent the energy signal, possibly once a week, energize all the water they want for the week, and then wait for the next week, let's say, energize all the water they want for that week. And that's going to, you rent the signal for a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. In each one of these things, you'll be given a code in which you can receive the energy signal, energize your water for a month, and I don't know exactly what Kevin is thinking about it price-wise, but I $30 to $50 a month was bandied about. We'd be happy to hear your input on this. I think that everybody that tries this is going to be very surprised at how powerful it is. So that's just a little bit of an ongoing thing that we're working with as far as research is concerned. Are there any questions about this?
Well, I noticed, I've tried other structured water products, and, you feel an effect and stuff, but it's really like the regular application of the supply of water that's needed. And often, when you buy a bottle at 16 ounces, it's like you don't want to spend it because you just spent maybe $30, $40 on it, so you don't really want to use it up the way you normally would, regular water supply. So the point behind this program is we're basically going to give you the opportunity to basically charge as much water as you need, or, fruit juices or whatever you want to do it. Water-based products will basically, I would assume, be transformed as well as
yes,
regular
that's true,
water.
Kevin.
So you have an opportunity, relative, very low cost to just charge your waters without us having to bottle things and ship it, which there's no way that I would be able to afford to consume that much water the way I want to. And get the effects of the desired results from the machine. So it is a function of quantity as well as quality in regards to the transformation. So I think the coming up with a subscription-based program using labels with the machine as a signal is preferable to bottling water and sending water out.
Yeah, and I think the other thing too is as Kevin said, this is just so inexpensive compared to what the average person is getting. I mean, I've seen some of these preparations for energizing on the Internet, and they're unbelievably expensive. Also, actually, they're not all that powerful. What we're going to produce is something that will absolutely blow the socks off the industry. We're going to produce the most powerful preparation out there, and we're going to produce it in unlimited quantities for anyone that wants to subscribe. As far as we're concerned, we don't care if you energize a truck full of it. Not important to us what you do with it, providing that you sense. There are other ways that we could limit it if we want to. We just don't want to. We want to make this water preparation available for everyone at a very low cost, and we think that this is going to be a great way to do this. It's also going to be a really great way to reach people with very powerful positive energy that allows them to really assist themselves in Ascension. I know for myself, I've been working on this stuff and taking it for about a month and a half, and I can tell you that, for me at least, I mean, if I were to, buy the stuff that you find on the Internet, let's say, I would be probably running several $100s a day, maybe more than that. I'm sure Kevin would agree. If you're taking a couple of cups a day, that's an awful lot of money. The other thing is the standard stuff out there just doesn't have any pop to it. Whereas this stuff, I was noticing, I forget where it was the other day, somebody is selling the Emoto deal where they put love on the bottle and sell it or something like that. That stuff is basically archaic compared to what we're doing. The level of power is very minimal compared to the preparations that we produce. Plus, the formulae are so advanced compared to simple things like sticking love on a bottle or something like that. That's not even worth talking about. So we think we have the best of everything. We think we have unlimited quantity. We think we have very high levels of power. And we think